every other time we go through Spiral Cave. So let's start this shindig with, ooh, half magic. Well, that'll certainly be helpful for when we need it, and oh, look at that, 3 crystals right off the bat. Now, of course, we may not even need to worry about the pyramid, but let's see how fast this actually goes. Alright, we're just taking care of a quick sync up between our feature 2. And Lost Woods with money. And the other part of the Lost Woods... Boomerang. Maybe good to learn about the stun prize. Now, where is Sailor Nep? Oh, bush crab, and not a bad idea. That is a wonderful 8-bomb drop. And for those that have just tuned in, welcome. This is, ooh, very nice tree pull, but also this is a fast 3 crystal Ganon Tower, 3 crystal defeat Ganon seed. Or just 3 fast Ganon. We're going fast. I'm going to go as fast as I can. I'm Wolfman 2000 aka Dance Dad. Drosy will hopefully be back shortly. I'm suspecting that Ganon is trying to sabotage this commentary, but we'll get it straightened out as quickly as possible. Right now, Blind's Hut, there's a heart container. Oh, there's that fire rod in the tavern. And a shield that no one cares about.
Well, that's the fire source problem.
That it is, Drosy. Welcome back. And oh, there's the Moon Pearl.
And that's a third of our dark access, too.
Sorry, I'm just trying to take some notes quickly because our runners are moving fast. They diverged in ways I wasn't expecting. So right now we are at the well, where we now have enough money to buy from the bottle vendor. And that's all the well was good for, extra money.
And the bottle vendor is good for negative money.
Well, someone's being a miser.
It's the late age, negative interest rates.
Well, remind me never to go to Bottle and Bottle Incorporated. Now, someone is going to pick up that Moon Pearl and also the shield. I don't think we're really going to care about the shield here.
I wonder if either of our runners will go look for a picket just to get rid of the shield.
To my knowledge, once we have a shield... Oh, yeah. The library we don't need to worry about, but honestly, I don't know if it pays to go out of your way to have your shield up. Race game with nothing, so... Where would you advise we go next, Drosy?
I'd probably do the standard South Shore checks. Oh, Link's house was nice, that magic, so...
Yep.
I think that takes care of the logical fire requirement for Ganon. Fire Rod plus half magic.
I believe you are correct on that. At least if we have to go with silverless strategies. So let's see what's in the reservoir.
Actually, no, I don't think that's right, because if you don't get the torch glitch, it would require per play, so I think the logic doesn't depend on the torch glitch.
That makes sense, so we can use some extra magic. Or in this case, extra magic capacity in bottles. Or a lantern. One of the two.
Or Tannard.
Yeah. And okay, we have confirmation from chat. Once we get one bottle or a lamp, we have the fire requirements.
Right, because half magic plus one bottle is the equivalent of 3 bottles.
That is correct. Alright, Mini Moldorm Cave, will you give us something good? No? Yes! No. Better.
Close to Zora money.
Yeah, but I think the boots were the best reward out of that.
Especially since with the Moon Pearl, and they can walk their way to Zora and do all the checks on the way.
Well, here's hoping we get another 54 rupees. Actually, though, someone is going to be in a better position. They'll only need 15 afterwards.
When sailing, watch out for those sand crabs.
Yes, 2 hearts worth, or... Wait. Did Sailor Net pick up Blue Mail? Because I'm pretty sure that should have taken away 2 hearts of damage! Hookshot, hello!
Yeah, that was a nice find, and yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that bush crabs were doing little damage, that Blue Mail must have been somewhere.
I didn't catch Blue Mail, though. Interesting.
But it felt like she got hit multiple times and not once.
And... okay, Chad is confirming that Sailor Nep hit themselves with a bomb. So that negated the crab damage.
And unfortunately, Sailor Nep also did not manage to get enough rupees to visit Zora, so just noped out of water. But we have not actually seen Hope, the Waterfall Cave, and Hobo out of logic without flippers.
I think someone was trying to set up for a water walk, but that... okay, I was concerned that taking damage would have messed up the glitch, but apparently not. So, on the Lake Hylia Island, piece of heart, we don't care, so let's see that camper, while Sailor Nep is going to see Uncle. Ooh.
Ether. Hopefully we won't need that, because hopefully we can get 3 crystal without having to go into Mired Rock.
There's our first bottle.
Which means now we are totally in logic for Fire Source for Ganon.
And Sailor Nep is deciding, Fire Rod or bombs, this escape will certainly be a bang.
And shot not a bad to have in there either.
Indeed.
Oh, now that's not a warp you see people use every day. Oh, no, it is. Sorry, I got confused about where someone was. And there's the lamp. So we're really set for fire sources now.
Uh-oh, someone is still 15 rupees shy.
Go about killing small Zoras.
I don't know if we have enough sustainable... well, that bottle's pointless.
If someone doesn't know that, he hasn't been to, Orpsal yet.
True. And with that map there, we're gonna find an item in the back of Escape. Or specifically the Dark Cross.
In fact, we have to find items everywhere else because the map and the key are the only dungeon items in Escape.
That is true. Uh-oh! Ooh, Sailor Nap cut it close.
Probably trying to set up a death warp, but very riskily so. Did she just bomb there? I didn't see the bomb.
It was a bomb, I'm pretty sure. There's no other way to self-damage yourself, to my knowledge. And, oh, that tree pull coming in handy. Now we can, sequence break over to King Zora.
And thanks to the going all the back of it is really within logic. So we will have 4 more checks from Sailor Nep here.
And there is our first sword. So now we just need a second sword, then Dark World access, then 3 crystals.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about, you know, the 3 crystals. I mean, theoretically, if we got the right items, we could do all the Light World crystals. That would be kind of funny.
We're still missing access to the Dark World, though.
Well, with another sword or cape, it becomes logic.
True.
Which would be in the right place for Ganon. So theoretically, with the right item combinations, you could have, say, a hammerless seed, just 1 love up, and with the right item, do the 3 Light World crystals, beat Agawam, and then drop in on Ganon.
That would be a sight to see. Oh! Someone got healed to full because of the heart piece.
I was actually momentarily worried when Sailor Nep got that heart piece, like the 1 in 4 chance would that heal her.
I mean, health refills, just sometimes you like them, sometimes you don't. Speaking of health refills, this sick kid could use one. I said could use a heal, not give away the heals. Come on.
Yes, I mean, sick kids' recovery practices aren't very good. Like, you don't give away pieces of your heart if you're sick.
So Sailor Nep is heading over to Sahasrara and Eastern Palace, which makes sense. That's where most of the checks are right now. We also have Agina's cave, but not many like to go visit him.
And that's really all we have.
Well, there's the Master Sword.
There's our Mega access, and with Sailor Nep saving and quitting, I'm thinking that's what she's gonna do now.
Yep, turning to Hyrule Castle immediately.
I mean, there are most 4 items that she could get, possibly only 3 if Armos Knights has one, so she's playing the odds. Wonder if someone will do the same thing when discovers it. Though, has he been to Bonk Rocks yet?
Someone has not, but there was nothing important on Bonk Rocks.
I know, I'm just thinking time-wise in terms of how long it takes him to exhaust the other locations. And there's Zora!
Zora is technically a sequence break right now, remember that.
Oh, right, without the gloves. Sorry, adding that if you don't have the flippers, you need the gloves.
I mean, nothing wrong with thinking about it, but I personally like to think about in-logic checks. That is, things we can access without needing glitches. And oh, someone is deciding, Eastern Palace may be the better play.
I mean, if there's a useful item here, it entirely could be.
Alright, question from chat. Can we access Thieves' Town once we take out Aga? That answer is no. We are missing flippers or hammer or glove for that.
Yeah, without the hammer or the glove, the only place we can go after Aga is Pod. Just like in the vanilla game.
Exactly. Anyway, we are approaching the top floor of the castle tower, so let's have a little game. Aga is going to fire a bunch of red balls, blue balls, and lightnings. Assuming a perfect pattern where we reflect all the red balls, how many blue balls will we see? Put in a number between 0 through 15, integers only, inclusive range. No fancy formulas, because we don't want to deal with that tonight.
And remember that the odds of getting 15 are only 1/32,768, so think twice before you say 15.
Also, we've already found 2 items in Eastern Palace, and it was just 21 rupees in total.
Ugh.
Alright folks, betting is over.
And I didn't even get a chance to ask you what you were betting.
I don't typically bet much these days, so I'm usually the one that brings the games up. It's not exactly fair if I play along.
Well, there's our set of blue balls.
And this should be the lightning strike.
I remember when I was a kid, I, 1, didn't know that the lightning came every 5th strike, or 2, that you needed to go to the top of the screen to avoid it.
Same.
The second thing I wound up learning from Nintendo Power.
Alright, that's 2 blue balls. And Armos Knights have the final item. 2 blue balls is the winner. Who got it first? BR Bonfire. Congratulations. And looking at the map here, Thieves' Town, Misery Mire, and Ice Palace are our pendants. I didn't see specifically which ones they were.
Ice was the green pendant.
Of course it was. And oh, flippers on the pyramid ledge. Nice. And Turtle Rock is our other pyramid crystal, so there we go.
I think it's pretty unlikely we're gonna open the pyramid tonight.
Turtle Rock was the other pyramid crystal, I thought.
Right, that's what I mean. I think it's pretty unlikely we're going to open the pyramid tonight because the runners aren't gonna go to Turtle Rock. Whoa!
Mirror on Lumberjack! Wow. That's rude.
So, with a sword and a fire rod, Skullwood is for full clearable, so that's 1 crystal right there. But we're still a ways away from others. Irony, Sailor Nep can't mirror to the light world to pick up her mirror, even though she's in the right place.
That's this game choosing to make things a little bit tricky. Sailor Nep forgot to check out Bumper Cave. Or choosing to go to Skullwoods instead. That works too.
Well, easy crystal, why not?
Easy crystal as long as you can deal with Mothula at the end.
Master Sword 5 Hearts isn't the greatest, but, you know, Fire Rod with half magic and a bottle. Well, red goo in at the moment, but still half magic.
And alright, someone is going to Agina.
A last desperation move here.
Oh, and
But
there's that cape.
Which is one of the 2 items in the woods.
And Agina just has blueberries. So, there you go.
Yeah, Sailor Nep's gamble paid off.
And so, to the back of Skullwoods we go.
While someone begins climb up Aga Tower.
Oh, I saw that magic drop, but...
Yeah. But of course, the shutter closed behind her. Oh, she's not picking up a little piece of magic in that room. She's just going for it, and she's got about 7 shots with the fire rod.
Just have to be careful. If you attack a Mothula into the spikes, the damage is negated. But, woo! Nicely done! And, oh, rude! Mothula had the power glove!
Well, that opens up a fair amount of stuff. Like Death Mountain. In fact, with the mirror and a fire source, Tower of Hera is full clearable, but Sailor Nap doesn't know where the mirror is.
Yeah, that mirror looks really juicy, but at the same time, that's only 2 dungeons completable right now.
Well, we only need a 3rd.
Which means we are hoping for hammer or bow for a quick one.
Yeah, book could show up and we'd have Death full clearable.
True. Alright, Bumper Cave only having money.
And also, I think these runners probably don't want to do Master Sword Silverless if they can help it.
Alright, let's clear out the village of outcasts. Ah, safety powder. Perfect for Thieves' Town.
And with the mirror, that puts Magic Bat in logic.
But first, let's have some more fun. A treasure game. Wow, one of the rare times we end up earning less money than we gain. Or...
How much does treasure cost? I don't actually remember.
30.
Oh, okay. I can never remember. Dig game is 70, is that...
80.
Maybe I'm good at negotiating discounts, how do you know? Ooh, French vanilla Titan's Nets there.
Well, there we go. Now we have access to the Mad Batter.
That also means once we climb Death Mountain, we will have access to both light and dark.
That is true. However, we are still missing the ability to beat another dungeon guaranteed.
You mean a 3rd dungeon? Because we do have Hera guaranteed, except it doesn't doubt the mirror.
That's what I mean. A 3rd.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice bonk by someone over the Ganon. That was pretty cool.
Alright, Sailor Nep is deciding Titan's mitts are enough to leave Blind alone. Considering the nature of this mode. Oh, tempered!
Okay, and given what sort of players Sailor Nep and one each, I'm sure they'd both be perfectly happy to go into Ganon with tempered Silverless.
I would be too. Alright, Dumpy, give us something good at the dig game. Come on. This is a lot of digs here. It is guaranteed to get a prize by 30.
I think we must be right around 30. That had to have been 30 or really close to it.
Yeah. And all for bombs too? No thank you. So perhaps Stumpy will give us something good. There's a bow! We have what we need!
Okay, we are in no mode. Now the only question is which runner hit go mode first. Looks like Sailor Nep's checking Hype Cave here.
Well, Sailor Nep doesn't know about, the mirror, but there could be another item we can get here.
Right, we need the mirror. Book could show up, and that'll also give us 3. Ooh, Ice Rod. We really hope Silvers!
Silvers! Oh my goodness.
Okay, hello, Easy Ganon Fight.
And I think chat is perplexed.
Given that this is fast Ganon in a relatively low crystal mode, I do think we have to give Hype Cave a pretty high score for those Silvers alone.
Indeed.
So Sailor Nep's now going to clear Eastern. Makes total sense. We'll see what the item on Armos is.
And then, the ultimate decision. Will Sailor Nep end up going to Lumberjack?
Yeah. Now, this is going to be interesting, especially if someone winds up doing similar routing and gets bow and spurs since one knows where the mirror is.
Indeed. If someone does take that similar routing, then honestly, this could be close. It's going to depend on what both of our runners do. If someone chooses to spend time in Thieves Town, then that gives Sailor Nep some extra time.
That was a very nice moth fight on someone's part, by the way.
I agree. Both of our featured runners knowing how to deal with a moth and their conveyor belts. Very least we know our runners have gained traction.
Nice swag bounce there to save half a second. So the other question is, once someone visits Stumpy, is he gonna say, oh, I know where the mirror is, I'm there in go mode, and not Kype Cave and have to do Silverless Ganon?
Oh, look at Sailor Nep choosing to ignore the big key chest. This is actually the correct decision. But yeah, this gamble is going to pay off.
She also figures that she's so close to go mode, and there are so many different ways to hit go mode that she's willing to take that risk.
Makes sense. Alright, someone looks to be taking a similar route right now, going to stop by Thieves Town, I think. But while someone is going through there, Sailor Nep has to deal with a most troublesome boss. The 6 Armos, excuse me, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, the none Armos Knights.
I love a good silver Armos. And it's had a vanilla heart container for all that. I was also thinking, you know, these runners do have to be careful there if they want to go Ganon quickly, because they still have green mail. A Ganon hug takes 8 hearts. Neither of our runners have 8 hearts.
Exactly. We need 9 hearts to guarantee 1 hit. And, oh? Okay, Sailor is remembering the obscure locations, and King's Tomb is certainly one of them. With a hammer!
So, that makes Pod full clearable, and I think she's probably just gonna go there and then it's the game. No. Does she not realize she's in go mode?
Hammer. Hera.
Oh yeah, right. She can get around to Hera that way, and it's faster than Pod. But if she were gonna do Hera, just going up to Lumberjack and getting that mirror would make it a lot faster to get there.
This is actually one of those interesting seeds where there are many ways of approaching the solution. It's just, what is the most efficient? I mean, technically, if we wanted to, we could consider full clearing Ice Palace right now. But granted, that's a pendant and not a crystal, but we could.
You never know what Sahasrara will give you, Green Pendant.
And we never will know this time. Okay, how did that dead rock go through the hookshot like that?
Dead rocks always do things you never expect.
Duly noted.
Okay, I'm gonna count the shells here, the digs.
Go for it.
17, 18, 19, 20... 25... That was the maximum 30.
Whew! Dampé, a very huge ripoff.
And yet, someone managed to get off the screen before the timer expired.
Impressive. Alright, so... Tower of Hera go mode, and Sailor wants to go up quickly, setting up for a Hera pot clip.
Meanwhile, someone knows he can go mode, so he's not gonna find those silvers in Hype Cave. If they do interviews, we're gonna have to tell Sailor Nep about the mirror at Lumberjack and someone about the silvers in Hype Cave, see what they think of that.
Indeed! Oh, Sailor Nep messed up the setup.
Well, that's okay. I have no idea how to set up Harapot to begin with.
It's a... Oh, no! Oh. Got pushed out! And Sailor, good idea to take the intentional death there. We are going to hope that the early basement check has a big key, because otherwise we're spending time in the... Oh, no. Sailor has 2 more attempts at this clip based off of current setups. So, this part right here is, I want to say, a double pixel perfect setup similar to your Hammer Yump in Palace of Darkness. There we go.
Not even bothering to grab a fairy despite all that health she lost.
Well, we have pots here if necessary. We didn't hit any of the crystals. And so... Moldorm? See ya. And that is 3 out of 3.
Yep, and if Sailor Nep remembers... Oh no, she doesn't have the mirror, never mind. That's going to be advantage for someone, because once he does Hera for his 3rd crystal, he can just hop down, take that portal, and since he'll have the mirror and have beaten Agda, he can save and quit and beat it again. Sailor Nep's gonna have to walk there.
But it's at the same time, you know, it's not that much of a time difference right now.
Sailor Nep certainly has the lead.
But the question will be... 7-Heart Ganon. And yeah, chat, go on and guess. How many fake teleports do you think Ganon is going to give us, assuming a perfect pattern? Note, if Sailor Nep takes a death, guesses are invalidated. And... Oh my gosh! I never saw that message before! Oh.
Oh, that's new in version 3.1. I've seen a couple of times. But yes, again, illustrating to us how, you know, you go in with green mail and fewer than 8 hearts.
I am going to... kudos, devs, for putting in that portal reference. But yeah, this is the dangerous part of 3-3 Fast Ganon. It's similar to spoiler mode races. You play for getting the items as quickly as possible to finish the seed, and sometimes you forget about, well, health and safety.
But Sailor Nep is using the wonderful hug wall trip, where if you put on the cape and then start pulling on the wall, you are not only invincible, but not using magic.
Oh, so Ganon's message was, we would like to inform you that the companion duck, cannot speak. I know I...
Will not betray you, and in fact cannot speak.
Thank you. Oh!
Oh!
That is a painful way to go.
Yeah, I was just about to say, and Sailor Nep gets off her first silver arrow, but no.
Actually, Sailor did get off the first. It was the second one that was a problem.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Chad is wondering if perhaps that red potion should have been used, but remember, folks, we only end up with 7 hearts max, so
Well, she was hit by a fire attack, not by a gun, so...
True.
Okay, so that's one hit.
That's one. Oh. And, wow! A slash fort! I was not expecting that.
No, you don't see that intentionally, you only see it by accident. But there you go, get your GG's chat for Sailor Nep.
All we have to do is see a crossing of the Bridge of Destiny, and we get to lock in the time.
And Sailor Nep finishes first in our restream, first overall with an official RL time of 39 minutes, 27 seconds. GG.
Wow, this was fast. Let's see if we can get them in for an interview.
Yeah, and in case anyone's wondering, we have 8 runners total, so 6 runners screen. Guess a lot of our guys are away for the holidays still.
Makes sense.
Now someone has taken down Lorm for his 3rd crystal. We just have to see how well he does. 6 heart Ganon without silvers.
And there is that warp by someone as Sailor Nep joins us in the commentary booth. GG.
I am GG. I'm kind of shocked I still won after how hard I choked Ganon. That was real bad.
You had that much of a lead otherwise.
Yeah, it seems like I more or less god routed that one.
Well, what was funny was that it probably wound up helping you in the end that you didn't check Lumberjack, which had the mirror.
Oh no.
So someone, for instance, checked Lumberjack, so he knew the mirror was already his Hera access, and so after he got the from Stumpy, he stopped doing checks, so he's now doing silverless Ganons, who actually, got the silvers in Hype Cave, so that wound up saving you quite a bit of time.
The way I approached the seed was I was thinking with the seed being potentially a really quick one, I wasn't too thrilled about the idea of going out of my way to check little things like Lumberjack. I was going to grab it on the way up to Death Mountain, but I thought King's Tomb first, so it seems like there I would have ended up in go mode either way, but that just sounds like that time it did work out for me not to look.
Yeah. The other thing that really worked out for you, what were you thinking when you took the Aga play relatively early without dipping Eastern?
Yeah, the seed seemed to be pretty strongly pointing towards Aga at that point. I think I still needed 2 items for Dark World access, and I figured they're probably not both in Eastern, so I'm just gonna go for it. I have stuff to explore, a bunch of Dark World. Let's see what happens. At the time, I hadn't seen the Dark World map yet, so I was starting to think, well, if Thieves Town and Skull Woods are both crystals, which they weren't, but they could have been, then I could be just 1 item from Go mode. I should focus on finding out what's happening here.
That is fair. Sorry, I just want to commentate quickly. So you made a good decision with your routing, because you managed to get Tempered Sword and Silver Arrows, as someone is right now going up against Ganon Silverless.
But he has the spins necessary already, I'd say. Maybe a bit more.
But yeah, it was just... You all had the items you needed relatively quickly, and it paid off.
Yeah, it was nice that this one was actually really fast, and usually when I play a fast Ganon seed, it's anything but.
Okay, someone's getting really close here. He must be at like 10 by now. He's serving his magic by using the lamp instead of the fire rod.
But yeah, missing the torch glitch can be a pain, and fortunately you didn't need the torch glitch in Napa. Silver arrows work, and in this case...
And that does it for someone. Get GG's in for him.
GG.
Indeed. Just have to cross the bridge of destiny once more. And there we go. Someone 325 crosses with an official SRL time of 44 minutes, 19 seconds.
For sending our restream 5th overall. And just to give the three in between, ban at 40:18, so not quite a minute behind Sailor Nap. And we had Big Duncan third at 40:31, and Dracarys fourth at 41:18. So, yeah, Sailor Nap, you just managed to head off the other opponents, and we have someone through 25 in here with us. GG.
Yeah, GG's.
So, you didn't want to do AGA 1, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I really didn't want to. I wanted to find, like, the first glove and go up Death Mountain or something, but that didn't happen.
Nope, your gloves were held by, Mothula and, blind, entry guards.
Right, I found most of them, but they didn't lead to any dungeons.
Well, indirectly, they led to the hammer and consume, but you already in go mode at that point.
Yeah.
Your go mode was actually a little bit unfortunate timing because Silver were in Hype Cave, which I'm sure would have been your next check.
Oh, yeah, well. Oh, well, I don't really need those, but that would have been nice.
Well, it saves about a minute.
Yeah.
So, one question I want to ask to both runners. How is it taking out Ganon when, you can literally be hugged to death at any point?
So most of the time that doesn't bother me. I don't know why I put on such a sloppy display this time. Just I guess nerves got to me or something. I think the main thing is as long as you just have a plan for how you're going to dodge every little thing, it'll be okay. There are definitely, if you're on Master Sword, there are safer strats that you can do if you're in a situation where you have to avoid damage. It didn't come up since I did find the Tempered Sword, but it's basically just give it the best you can. Doesn't usually bother me too much. Just this time, I guess it got under my skin.
Yeah, usually after the second phase, I don't get hit at all. It's usually the first two phases that might be you get hit by a random fire bat or something.
Well, that's the thing. When you have little health as you both had, it's, risky to take your chances on other bats.
So with Green Mail, those bats in phase 2 do 4 hearts of damage. So going into the Ganon fight with, say, 5 hearts filled in, that means you can afford to get hit by that once. And so that makes it a little less scary, depending on what you have. In this case, I also had half magic and cape. Didn't end up having to use it too much, but still put it on to just ensure that I wouldn't get a little unlucky. Because sometimes the hardest part of phase 2 to me is after it's over, if you're trying to avoid damage, that is. Sometimes the fire bats hide off screen and then snipe you from angles that are really hard to tell since they're off screen, and it can also make counting them a little difficult if you're under pressure.
Yeah, and I also noticed that you unfortunately took a hit from a stray fire shot in phase 4 in one of your fights, so that was definitely unfortunate there.
Yeah, that was sloppy. That usually does not happen to me, but, everyone chokes now and again.
I'm used to choking plenty of runs, whether it's this game or any other that we've done here. I'm much better as a commentator than a runner.
And by the way, Sailor and FGG on that 67 collection rate. That's always nice to see.
Yeah, if only it could always be that low.
I mean, for 7 beat Ganon, that's lower than a lot of spoiler races.
Yeah, I probably do need to go through a spoiler mode open again at some point, but the 15 minutes of pressure. That's not exactly fun. Sailor Nep and someone, would either of you ever want to mess with spoiler mode races?
I messed with it a few times, but yeah, I didn't really like planning out the 15 minutes. Usually get bored and run out of time or something. But hey, I can see the appeal of just having an execution-based race.
I commentated a few spoiler tournament matches last time. It was nice seeing like all these 50-minute finishes.
I enjoy playing the occasional spoiler log, but for the most part, I like to just play rando. Even if I'm going on a streak where I'm really unlucky, just that factor of not knowing when I'm going in, it makes it a lot of fun for me. If they do a future spoiler tournament like they did last year, I might consider entering it, but it's definitely not my main thing. It can definitely be good for your execution though, because whereas from seed to seed, it can be hard to tell, did I lose a lot of time just because of how I played it, or is it just, did I get unlucky? Whereas in a spoiler log race, it's pretty much your execution deciding your fate from the very start.
And depends how well you can, route it based on knowing where things are.
Yeah, and there are other little subtle factors that come in spoilers, which is, do you go out of your way to get a couple extra safeties here or there, or are you going to be running up through GT with 4 hearts at the very end? If you can do it and get it done, then that could pay off. But if you take a death at the top, then you just hurt yourself a lot more than it would take to go get those things.
That's definitely true.
It's like one of the harder things of the spoiler log races, because you have to know how long it takes to get each heart and then decide if it's worth it or not.
Oh, and someone GG on your action rate of 64.
Nice.
Alright, I think we need to start wrapping things up, but please follow our runners, someone 3255, and Sailor Nep, if you want to link your Twitch page in Twitch chat, please do so. Wish to also thank my commentary partner Drosy1 and our tracker link for Zero for keeping things updated on screen.
Yes, trackers are always underrated. It's actually a fair amount of work, especially in a lightning race, to be able to keep.
Indeed. So we're going to wrap things up here. We will either take you to Speed Gaming Prime or Speed Gaming 2, where it will either be RTA in Japan or some other type of randomizer. Please make sure to follow twitch.tv/speedgaming along with Speed Gaming 2 through 6. And don't forget about our foreign language restreams. They are available in Spanish, French, German, and Portuguese.
And if you liked what you saw tonight, as was pointed out in chat a few minutes ago, the next one of these casual community randomizer races will be Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we hope to see you there.
With that in mind, I think it's time to wrap things up. For everyone here, this is Wolfman2000 aka Danstad saying, have a good night, keep on grooving, and watch out for Moldorm. Take care, everyone.